this is an investment in your career. And it's going to be a year of living on a stipend, and it's an investment in yourself. But as perhaps my favorite former fellow and associate says, that was graduate school.
I was the marketing fellow 2010 to 2011. So some Edward Albee through the shags. I remember them all well. And then I became the telesales assistant and marketing assistant for about 6 months and ran a summer campaign. And then was the associate general manager for 3 years in Team GM. I remember you saying, you know, I know you don't have all the experience, but I want to teach you.
Yeah.
And you trusted me that I could learn.
I did a workshop here a couple of months ago, and it felt so special to be here. Having been on the other side of it a couple of years back, I felt like it was some sort of full circle moment for me.
As a fellow, I think one of the things I'm most excited about, of course I'm so sad to know that this is going to end at some point, but I'm so excited to just know that there's going to be a day where I come back in any capacity, and I'm just going to be so welcome.
The most valuable thing that I learned as a fellow of Playwrights is that I can do this job.
It's that you can do it, and you have been doing it for the past year.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have that security of being at your home as Playwrights as your home. So then you know that you always have your home to fall back to.
I guess walking into the residency, I knew loosely that I wanted to be a playwright, but I felt like when I left, I knew what that actually meant. How a script, when you send it to a literary office, what they're actually reading and how they'll discuss it, and then how they'll program it and how they'll market it, and how just all of the steps from page to stage.
I don't know if I would have the career that I have right now if it wasn't for this fellowship. I got to work with 3 very different PSMs, so I got to see different stage management styles. So I got to learn a whole lot in an off-Broadway environment that wasn't a classroom environment fresh out of school.
Playwrights is so good at working together. The staff share ideas, and there isn't a lot of hierarchy or siloing. And I observed always keeping the art central, and having a great model of that at Playwrights is something that I think about all the time.
I loved so much sitting in on those workshops and watching Anne Washburn and the civilians make Mr. Burns, a post-electric play, and seeing Michael Friedman with the musicians. And there were just so many amazing collaborations. I feel like I got to observe as a fly on a wall that changed how I thought about how theater gets made.
Every job that I've gotten pretty much has snowballed, I think, from this fellowship. I got my first job outside of Playwrights, ASMing on what the Constitution means to me at Club Thumb, and Ashley Rose offered me that job, who also was a fellow. She did ASM on Band's Visit. I had no idea that accepting that job would, that I would take that job and ride it all the way to Broadway basically 2 years later. It's because of this fellowship, the connections that I made through all the different stage managers that I worked with and talked with. It was invaluable and way better than going to grad school.
To be able to make a contribution to the next set of management and artistic leaders, what could be better than that? What could be more rewarding?